Hello guys, Wilsonbox here. I hope you guys are having a great day. In this video we are talking about the new Ice Place heroes. I'm gonna do some tests on Vortex, compare the damage and talk about these new ones and compare with the old ones. So let's have a look. So here we have the three new Ice Place heroes. We have a new legendary, a new epic and a new rare. So the legendary, it's this guy, it's Miru. It deals cold damage, converts 25% of the damage into hero's HP, so this is really good. So if you don't have enough healing, he can sustain himself, so that's really huge. And then every stack of map pin increase the conversion rate, so he's getting more HP with damage as long as you fight. Then he deals cold damage, gets one more of these stacks of map pin, and basically this map pin grants the current attack caster 20% damage, crit damage, and when attacking enemies with full stacks of map pin, ignores 60% of their defense. So this is really good, especially when he got all the stacks. Then we have the epic. This is the one, it's Naja. She deals some damage, she has this additional effect to get 15% attack up. And then on the passive she deals additional cold damage with the battle skill, and everything else looks quite the same like we had on the other heroes. Then this is a rare one, so she deals some cold damage again, gets the ice crystals, more damage. On the battle skill she ignores 30% of the enemy's defense, so this is really good. And then the passive, it's quite the same like on the other heroes. So I did some tests on Vortex, I tested several teams, and that's what I want to show you now. So we are now on Vortex. I tested several teams, and on all of them I used Sheena, just because she gives a little bit of boost on these characters. She helps with ice crystals, and she's really good to boost your damage on your ice heroes. She also grants some attack up, so she's here, and I used her on every team. So basically I used Garius, Ardred, and Sheena on every team with the same gear, and then I just switch these two here as a DPS. So basically I test with the two legendary ones, then I test two epics, another two epics, and finally I tested the two rare heroes. And there's some different damage to talk about. So firstly I tested Miru and Beldel, and they did pretty well. They did some damage. I tested with all the same gear. I used all the same gear for all the teams. I don't really want to talk about the total damage, I just want to talk about the damage for each hero. So Beldel, as expected, she did 26 million damage, which is really good, and we really expect more with better equipment and everything else. Then Miru did 16 million, okay, 16 million for a legendary. I was expecting more. Next team was, I used Naja and Gertin, and I was not expecting this, but Naja did 23 million damage, so she did more than Miru, and then Gertin she did 18 million damage, was better than Miru. I mean, it's bad and good at the same time. I mean, it's bad because it's an epic hero, and we are expecting the legendaries to be better, but at the same time we have an epic that does more damage than a legendary, so that's good because it's more accessible to everyone. Next team I tested Sadik and Blading to know how much damage they do, and I got 12 million from Blading, 17 million from Sadik. It's kinda what I was expecting. The only one that failed me until now, it's Miru. These two I was already expecting this damage. And lastly, these two, so I was not expecting this from the new hero, but she did 19 million, so she did a little bit more. Then she did more than Gertin, she did more than Nord did 13 million, she did more than Sadik, and a little bit more than Gertin as well, kinda the same damage, but still, she's a rare character and did more damage than Gertin, using exactly the same gear I use on everyone else. So basically, looking at the board I have here, so let's have a look. So I have here all the damage, and looking at this, you guys can see, so Naja, no, so Beldel did most of the damage. I was expecting this, and I was not using the exclusive artifact. If I used, of course, she would be amazing. Then the next one on damage was the Naja, the new Ice Blast hero, epic hero. Then on damage we have So this is the funny one. We have the rare character, Roberta, the new one. Then we have Gertin, I was expecting this, 18 million. Then we have Sadik with 17 million. Then Miro with 16 million. This one I was expecting a little bit more. So the other damage you guys are seeing on these sides is just against the dummy damage. So it's the single target damage. I tested this before, and Miro was doing very well by himself. But looks like when you join them with more characters, and this was just for 2 minutes, this dummy damage, as the fight goes longer, it looks like they can surpass the damage that Miro does, and they eventually will do more damage than Miro. And this is kind of surprising for me, these new heroes doing this amount of damage compared with the old ones, but I mean, at least this is good, and it means we are getting better Ice Blast heroes the next season, which is really good. Because we need better heroes to increase our damage to battle those big bosses on Vortex and other content. So this is it. That's all I had to talk about the new Ice Blast heroes. I think they are pretty good. I was expecting more damage from Miro, but the epic one and rare one are really doing well. If you tune them and if you use them, you can increase your damage as Ice Blast heroes. I just don't think Ice Blast teams will be doing well this season because you don't have much healers. So we can have a look at that at this moment. And if we check here, so we're gonna have Ice Necrosis and we need some healing. So we are missing some healing. We have good tanks. So we have Squisitia, we have a lot of good tanks. All of these ones are good tanks. But then for the healing, we are lacking a lot of healing. So we have Astion, so it's a new healer for Necro, and then we have Thorin. This is the two best healers. Of course, Stella is buffed now, and she can heal more, but still for Vortex, I don't think she's a top healer. Probably Thorin will be the best one, or even this new one. So this is it, guys. I hope this helped you to make a decision, to know if the new Ice Blast heroes are this strong and what you can expect regarding their damage output on the next season, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave that like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you much for watching, and see you next time.